What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are, Shōgun Season 1 finale. This show has been spectacular. It has been beautiful. The story has been incredible. These characters are all amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And the way they have set this story up and the way it's played out, holy shit, this last episode was so insane. This whole plan, what exactly is it? Toranaga, please reveal. Like, I'm hoping in this finale that we find out all the details of what this plan is, because it felt obvious. Like, obviously Mariko and Toranaga had a conversation and he went to her, was like, now it's your turn. It's time to do your duty and play your role. So she was sent there, and it was pretty clear that her mission was to prove that everyone at the castle was being held there. They were all prisoners.
Against their will, absolutely.
And she essentially figured that out and proved to everyone. But then as she was in the process of, I forget the official term that they use, but ending herself and having John be her second, which was just an incredible moment in terms of like their relationship, him stepping up to do that, unimaginable, but also kind of like beautiful at the same time.
I know.
You know, like despite the actual situation, but seeing how, you know, their development and their relationship has grown, it's been pretty insane. She gets papers and a permit to leave. It's like, oh, no one's being held here. You just got to file for a permit to get out. It's like, I don't know about that.
That's not how that worked.
And then my biggest question mark from the moment that we met him, Yubashige proved to not be loyal and trustworthy, betrayed everyone as a bunch of assassins sneaked in. They trapped them and there was an explosion, and Mariko,
she positioned herself in front of the door.
She sacrificed herself, and I mean, unless something crazy goes down, I'm fully expecting her to not have survived that.
How could you?
I mean, it looked like a really big explosion. I obviously watched it like 3 different times because of editing, and I mean, just the impact of that, it launched her and there was fire all around and just horrible situation.
Unless that door is extremely sturdy and like fireproof and just pushed her in the front and like that.
I'm not expecting it to play out that way.
I really love her and I really enjoyed her as a character.
Amazing.
Absolutely beautiful. Just like the facial expression. Even if she doesn't make a facial expression, you could see everything in her eyes. What an amazing actress.
Yeah, and you understand why, again, said this a bunch of times once we realized what was going on, why this show won so many awards, and she is one of them. She won Best Actress, and I mean, she was incredible. Like, literally everything about her story as it unraveled, you always kind of just expected her to be someone who was there, part of Toranaga's crew, translator to John, and then like they start having this relationship and you could tell that there's something going on there. And then as you get backstory on her and you find out who her family was, why her family married her to who they did, and why they put her in a position, because she had bigger meaning. She was more important than just being a person in this world. Yeah. She was meant to have a bigger cause, and just everything about it, just absolutely incredible. And for her to go out like that, was her sacrifice part of the plan? Obviously, I feel like it was, because of the idea that once she proved that no one was going to be let go, taking herself out was the next step to that, because the impact of her death, I feel like, is going to be massive. Not just to the world of Law and Order, of what's going on here, but the personal relationships that people have with her. You could tell that everyone she encounters, she has an impact on.
Absolutely.
All of them, like everybody, the priest, everyone. Obviously,
she had an impact on me.
Yeah.
I didn't even meet her.
The viewers, 100%, I would imagine, had a major connection with her. And just what is going to happen? What is this ripple effect going to be? What is John's reaction going to be? If this was part of the plan, I mean, the stuff that Toranaga has gone through in terms of sacrificing the human life to get to this point, holy shit. I don't even know how he moves forward with the loss that he's dealt with.
You have to, because there's a greater dream
cause
for this.
It's a bigger cause.
Thank you so much.
And I mean, his son, his longest friend, Mariko, like all of these people have sacrificed their lives to move forward with this plan And I'm sticking to my prediction of this whole idea that Toranaga is going to use all of this to somehow invade. I don't know how, if that's going to be an option, but I fully expect him to stand tall at the end of all this as Shogun. It's the name of the show. He's the main star, even though this show is full of stars. I feel like him standing tall, being Shogun, is what this finale is going to lead to. And it's just, he's going to put everything in the right order. He's going to make things right as they should be. And the impact is going to be massive. And this show's been incredible. I can't imagine this finale being any less amazing than any other episode that we've watched. But, I mean, do you have a prediction? Do you think Toranaga's standing tall at the end of all this?
I'm hoping that. I'm not going to make that prediction. I'm just hoping for it.
Does John survive?
I think so.
I think he's going to be one of them to survive, and he's going to ride off and do the things that he's meant to go do and go live a different life. I don't think he's going to stick around.
Somebody has to write about this. I mean, I feel like it's got to be John.
That's true. I mean, there's plenty of people who are going to survive who know the tales. So I don't know. I'm excited for this. I think there's going to be still a lot of bloodshed before this episode ends, before we get to that ending. Yeah. So you ready for the finale of Shōgun?
Just happy Halloween. We're filming this on Halloween. And just in case you want to know, I'm too old for this sheet.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. On that note, let's go.
Oh, wow.
Is this a time jump?
Why is it chipped? Because grandfather used it to fight off a whole army of Japanese assassins.
What? Is that John?
Oh, shit. Well, he did survive, and he got old.
Wow.
Really given to you by a savage.
The makeup looks awesome.
I know. Now it's Mariko's cross.
Holy shit.
Heavenly Father, we commit to you, your loyal servant, Mariko-sama. Mariko-sama.
Yeah. Fuck you. Wow, dude. Start off the finale with old John in bed. Wow, he lived a long life then. That blast was bigger than I thought it was. It did a lot more damage than I expected.
Yeah. Well, she saved most of them. It looked like there was another fallen lady.
I just feel like this is going to have a really, 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 really big impact on...
Well, I'm already upset. So, here we go. That was tough.
Chapter 10. A Dream of a Dream. Oh, what?
It's a hawk. With the, to catch them. Keep them.
Looks awesome.
I know. This is awful. This is just awful. So are the remaining survivors allowed to leave now? Yeah.
こたびのことは痛ましく回避することもでき申した。大坂城が我らが思うておったほど安全でないことは明々白々でござりますな。
マリコ殿は何の妨げもなく城を出ることを許されるべきであった。
兄からの抗議文でござります。かけがえのない家臣の非業の最後に色を失い、兄は秘密裏に江戸を抜け出し戦の支度をしておる。
戦の支度なぞ何の意味もないわ。
I don't think it means nothing.
戦のバカトラナガがどこで降伏するかそれだけじゃ。肝心なのは我らがしっかり団結して
You're definitely not united, I feel.
I mean, but they're scared of him, so they're
先
gonna.
日の恥ずべき襲撃を命じた咎人がこの大老衆の一人やもしれぬと思うと。
この卑しむべき襲撃をやってのけるやからは不実で悪知恵の働くトラナガしかおらぬ。我ら大老衆の間に亀裂を生じさせようなぞ。
Good try.
わしは出陣すべきと申しておるのじゃ。
その前にまずマリコ殿のキリシタンとしての葬儀を執り行わねばなりませぬ。
マリコ殿の死は気の毒じゃが、あの者が明智家の身内じゃということを忘れてはなるまい。お千葉様の父君を殺めた一族ぞ。
You got something to say?
マリコ殿は手厚く弔っていただかねば。
正実が祀った。
Oh my god, he bows down so quick.
戦といたしましょうぞ。
お世継ぎにも加わっていただきとうござりまする。
無論じゃ、お世継ぎの御旗のもと、我らは正当な軍となり、虎長は謀反人となるのじゃ。こたびの戦議で戦と決まらば、その後金物に何が起ころうと、わしのしたことではない。出陣、やむなし。やむなし。
Whoa. Earthquake!
That's terrifying.
もう少し戦議を重ねようということではあるまいか。
よまいことを申されるな。百姓でもあるまいし、南に縁起を担いでどうする。我らは日の本の庇護じゃぞ。氷結は愛と整ったのじゃ。
Toranaga gonna mess y'all up.
Then this guy. Jesus.
息災のようで何よりじゃ、藪重殿。耳の方はようなったか。
耳でございまするか。おお、かさじけのござる。拙者マリコ殿は捕らえられるだけじゃと思っておりました。
逆らうたりするゆえ命を落としたのじゃ。あれでは救いようがないよ。藪重殿のご尽力は後世に語り継がれるであろう。虎長が死んだ後。
You mean betrayal will never be forgotten?
奇妙なものでござる。かつて太閤殿下は虎長公に戦を仕掛ける寸前まで行かれた。表はすべて殿下に賛同。だがそこで地震が起きたのじゃ。琵琶湖を震源地とする大きな地震でござった。殿下の味方はそれを不吉な前兆とみなした。
大昔のことではないか。
太閤殿下ナマズを咎められた。太く深くこのナマズが譲ったせいで地震が起きたのじゃと。
藪重殿、その池にナマズはおらんぞ。
Uh-oh.
Is he seeing shit now?
伊豆へ戻られるがよい。兵を集め、わしの指示を待て。
I think he's lost his mind a little bit.
So
Look at this sight.
he was just told to go gather your army and wait for his call. Is he gonna flip the army,
I don't know. We shall see.
feeling this guilt? Because he clearly feels guilty for what happened.
He freed him.
That's awesome.
Oh, bear many daughters. Not sons, daughters.
Was it really given to you by a savage?
We live and we die.
I can't hear anything. His ears are still ringing.
マリコ様は先日埋葬され申した。
お立ちくだされ。頃合いにござりまする。木山様の手の者たちが港まで護衛いたしまする。
Well, get it over with then.
You have been permitted to return to Toranaga-sama's galley. Here is your pass.
Am I receiving this permission from Lord Kiyama? Where is Yabushige-sama?
He is preparing the galley in Osaka Bay. I have come to bring you to him. All families have now been released from Osaka. Praise be to God. At least that crisis is behind us.
Toranaga won't be surrendering.
Not yet. Ishido-sama has mobilized the Council of Regents to war. The Lady Ochigo has pledged her son's support. Toranaga will be dead in weeks.
Then you don't know Yoshi Toranaga.
Damn right.
The hostages are free. He got just what he wanted. No dirty hands, no war, just a woman. She can't have heard me before she died. I spoke before. God, not your God, just God.
Rest assured she was already sanctified. Before her death, she came to me and received absolution. I think it would have pleased her to see us being civil.
Yes, you may be right.
Perhaps there might come a time we can set aside our differences.
I don't know about that.
All this nonsense. Catholic and Protestant and Calvinist and every other shittist. It's only a shame that day will never come. Is this where I'm to be? Ambushed? So do I finally meet my end?
You were meant to die in these woods, but an arrangement was made. You will leave Osaka alive.
You'll have to forgive me if I'm having some trouble accepting anything on your word.
You will just have to trust me.
Wow. I mean, at least we know John doesn't die in the woods.
Right. I
Or
keep
at
having
all.
to remind myself of that.
It was Lady Maria. She asked the church to spare your life before she died. And now I have. I have kept my word to her. Goodbye. And good luck.
Just add it to the list of things that make her amazing. In that moment, she thought to keep John alive. Wow. This show. What is going through his brain right now?
He's crying. He's crying.
Yeah.
何のことさ？カレーカーナとは
私の友人が読んだホックにございまする。
埋葬されたものか？
さようにござりまする。されば我らで脇句をつけてやりませぬと、八千代様ならどうお続けなされまする。
枝には実がなる、花も咲くの。
かようにしてはいかがでしょう。風なお吹きて、花は花なれ。
Just shove him over. Just
我ら大坂に行くべきではなかったな。貴殿の腕があるではないか。共に海に出ればよいではないか。貴殿の国目指して。
He wants to escape.
飛び込みを指南してくれ。虎中様に指南したように、わしにも手を見せてくれ。
Pull yourself together, man.
何を言うておる。早く。
yeah, he's lost it. Oh, what?
Oh, that's fucked up. They sunk his ship. Did they burn it and then sink it?
Uh-oh.
恐れながら藪重殿刀をお渡しいただくように申しつかっております。この者たちは我らが主君虎長様の配下でございます。拙者に命じられたのも虎長様でございます。
急がない。
He knows. He knows.
闇夜に紛れてわしらの警護をすり抜け襲撃したのでございます。敵は狙いどころをよう心得ておりました。
That sucks.
Enemies, Christians, did this.
They let him live, but took everything.
Mariko-sama.
キリシタンに手を貸した者が見つかるまでこの村の者たちは誰も安らうことができません。虎長様がそのように命じられました。
Oh, shit.
Oh, dear.
わしの身内や家臣を連れ帰ってくれたことを礼を申す。
マリコ殿が亡くなられたことはお聞き及びかと存じまする。
存じておる。あの世賊を屋敷に招き入れる措置の姿が見える。マリコ殿が死んだ折、措置とともに土蔵の中にお次女の一人が近江殿に知らせてよこしたのじゃ。
藪重殿はマリコ様が亡くなった後、介護の念に駆られ許しを請うておられたとか。拙者はこれは虎長様のお耳に入れねばと思うた次第でございまする。
措置は襲撃を手引きしたのか。
いたしました。
Okay. He admitted it.
措置の所領は全て召し上げ、明日の日没までに腹を切ってもらおう。
どの道殺すのであればよく筋をお与えくださる。王術に好みが切り裂かれるような怒り狂った魚の胸に生きたまま食われるような、どうかどうか。
良き案じゃが、わしは措置を信じておらぬ。明日の日没までに腹を召されよ。
He hasn't been trustworthy since the moment we met this dude.
解釈は誰がよい。
安心なのが。
ならぬ。
殿にお願いできますれば、今日地獄に存じまする。
承知した。
Oh my.
This is so interesting.
Is that Fuji? I didn't see. Yeah, hi.
富士様、そなたすっかり息災。
かたじけのうございまする、安心様。
通じいない。
Okay, watching this man hold a baby is everything.
わしの新たな息子を守り抜いてくれたの。お前たちに礼を申すと、大坂で別れてから多くのものを失うた。
最初は長門様でございました。私たちはまだ悲しみに暮れております。
息子なら大勢おるわ。お前たちのおかげでの。
How many sons does he have?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
落ち葉の方から内密にお預かり申した文でございます。
読んだのか。
ひどい勘繰りでございますこと。
Is it the poem?
花乱れ、ことの葉散りて、焚き火かな。
あまりに美しゅうて殿がお読みになられたとは思いませぬ。
マリコ殿の歌じゃ。後に残るは言葉のみか。じゃが、なんと見事な焚き火を残されたことか。
Stop. He's getting choked up. I can't handle it. Ah! Oh.
私の夫忠義様と
Yeah.
一人息子の鶴丸の位牌が入っておりまする。菩提寺に葬らねばならぬのですが、手元に置いておきとうございまして、どうすればよいかわからないのです。明日にて私はおいとまをいただきます。虎長様から尼になるお許しが出ましたので。
私、そなたいてほしい。
できませぬ。
私、命じる。
You can't keep losing people.
お言葉ではございますが、私はもうあなた様の正室ではございませぬ。虎長様にお仕えするお役目は果たしました。
Well, you served him well. 富士様、いい。尼。
精進いたしまする。されど私はこの村のことに胸を痛めておりまする。
恥じろ。
船のことで村人が厳しく罰せられているゆえ。
私も虎長様に文を私明日殿に会いたい。
That is so pretty. The way the fog rolls over the mountains.
The anticipation of what we're building to is killing me. This whole build-up is so emotional.
Yes, but like the anticipation or not anticipation. Like it feels like, okay, we're done.
Something's
but also
happening.
there's something underneath. Yeah. It's like too calm right now.
I mean, there's no way the council's staying whole and staying in that spot. There's no way. After all this, there's no way.
Uh-oh. What now?
Well, he has to see Toranaga. Hopefully they're just going to take him.
虎長様の御前に参るぞ。
I'm struggling with this episode. Trying to keep it together.
アンジュに伝えよ。お前の船が壊されたことは我らにとっても面白くないことじゃ。配下の者たちには下手人を見つけるまで休むなと命じてある。
殿、この通詞役ただの漁師には手に負えません。
アンジュはまだ知らんのか。
ほう。
話してやれ。
Forgive me for the deception. I was born Tonomoto Akino in the Azuchi Prefecture. I am a samurai.
Oh, fantastic.
In order to spy on his enemies, years ago my lord ordered me to convert to the religion of the Portuguese. So I took the name Muraji and moved here.
Wow.
I am a Christian and also I am Tonomoto Akino. I am both these things.
I love him.
会ってくれたこと、形けのござりまする。
I'm super
もう
impressed.
尊君に降伏したい、無礼を尽くしたこと、お詫び申し上げまする。私は、あの俺、失っておりました。その、
望み hope, or is the word you are looking for faith?
This part I don't want. アジロの人、追っておいてほしい。望みなくした人いる。でも、アジロの人忠実。
己の敵に復讐したいのではないのか。
My enemies didn't burn my ship. It was Mariko-sama. So she made an arrangement to trade my survival for the destruction of my ship. 処刑正しくない。これ以上血はいらない。
己の戦はいかがいたすつもりじゃ。
I don't need it anymore.
He's gonna
こや
support.
つの頼みは聞けん。
何故？
わしに忠義を尽くさぬ者が我が所領でのうのうと息をしておるという。
Yikes.
ただ手をこまねえておられようか。
I was the disloyal one. 私、村人を死なない。
何様のつもりじゃ。こやつは己が死ねばわしが謀反人探しをやめるとでも思っておるのか。
私、死ぬ村人死なない。
なら
I came here to use you. To use you! From the day I set foot on your shores, I fed you shit. Dicky. Dicky!
Jeez, dude.
Fuck it. I live and I die. 私安人はこの命をもって吉井虎長によるこの村への無慈悲な処罰に抗議いたす。おいおい。
気が済んだのであればあの船を立て直しわしのために水軍を作るがよい。
Oh my god. There's so much emotion in this final episode. I mean, the show's had a ton of it from the beginning, but this finale is very heavy.
わしは息子に恵まれなんだが、お主のことを息子のように思っておった。
That was nice.
わしの自制力を。
滝柄は焼くな埋めるなのみさらせ、飢えたる犬の腹を満たせよ。
見事楽であろう。わしの腕前もここに極まれるというわけじゃ。
叔父上には多くのことを教わりました。
その教えもこれにてしまいじゃ。わしの遺書じゃ。
見事なご最後。
I don't know why that just gave me chills.
できれば拙者も生き延びて見とうございましたぞ。殿の計りごとがどのようなものであれ、うまくいく様を。安人が船を燃やしてキリシタンどもを海で打ち負かすところも。
壊さねばならなかったのじゃ。安人の命か安人の船か、そのどちらかであった。あの世見張りの者どもに火薬を撒くよう命ずるのはそう難しいことではなかった。マリコ殿が教会に話をつけ、わしは同意した。
Okay, so he was also in on it.
やむを得ずの小細工よ。安人を試すためのな。
Wow.
So you tortured your
やつ
village.
にはいつか種明かしをするやもしれん。その頃にはあやつは船を立て直しておるであろうが、わしはそれをまた壊さねばならぬである。
Oh my god.
あやつは一生日の元から出られぬ宿命であろうな。
Rude. It's kind of mean.
されどどのようにして勝つおつもりですか。今や殿の軍は多勢に無勢。お世継ぎの軍がいつ攻めてきてもおかしくない。ここで好転でございまするか。
これだけ共にやってまいったのじゃ。そなただけは目の前でなされている策に気づくと思っておったぞ。好転はすでに終わっておる。
Oh.
大老衆が結束しておる限り、大坂に軍を送るなどもってのほか、それはすなわち死を意味する。そこでわしは女子を一人送り込み、軍勢にもできぬことをさせたのじゃ。
Wow.
そなたには見えぬか、これから何が起こるか。
Wow, I loved that transition.
およそ一月のち、我らは関ヶ原にて敵と対峙いたす。5つの軍勢が戦場にて直に相対しての。お世継ぎの軍が石堂側につけば、わしの軍勢に勝ち目はない。
The whole gear. It's beautiful. Both sides. Beautiful.
マリコ殿の行いのおかげで、落ち葉の方は石堂との盟約に嫌気がさし、秘密裏にわしに文をよこし、お世継ぎの軍を戦場には出さぬと誓われた。その日石堂には掲げる御旗がない。
Wow.
大老衆は刀すら抜く前に石堂に背を向ける。
Holy shit!
そしてようやくわしの夢見た時代が来る。まずはわしの新たな県政の要である江戸から始める。築き上げるは戦のない太平の世じゃ。
I love this.
これは我ら皆で成し遂げたのじゃ。
Wow, dude.
I'm so impressed.
あやつを殺してしまおうと思うたことは何度もあったが、思いとどまった。あやつに値打ちがあるからではない。安人がおらずともわしの軍は生き延びておった。あやつは
It makes me laugh.
Oh my god.
My enemies need a distraction, so he just uses a toy.
将軍の小さいも、それが殿のかねてよりの望みであったのでございまするな。胸の奥に秘めたお心は殿も他の者とさほど変わりませぬな。本当のことを語ってくださる。墓場まで持ってまいりまするゆえ。
死人に先々の話をして何とする。
Oh, that was so dramatic. Oh, God.
Holy shit.
was way more intense. Like, it's normally, like, so peaceful and, like, you know, they do it slow and just, boom, cut him.
Look. I've always been of the mind that a soul committed to the deep is a soul who, in some way, lives on forever within it. Zutto. Isso.
Don't. He doesn't because he keeps it, right?
最後に触れるのはハンジン様の手にいたしましょう。
Okay.
How does he get it back?
I don't know if that's just maybe another one. I don't know.
Okay, ship! We need more water. I told them they can rest.
Uh-oh. Untaro. Oh.
Raise the ropes! Right, you miserable, sniveling, festering shitrags! I have a feeling this is the one. Here we go.
No, Murati. Just keep that between you and I.
I swear to God, everything in this episode is making me cry.
I just think it's like the honor and the love and
the respect. And... By the way, I didn't mention it when he was saying it, but the Toranaga's thinking of his ship as like a "it was me" situation. Didn't want to cry today.
wow. What a show.
That was so beautifully done. Oh my gosh. Like, without having to see any of it actually take place, you got to see, like, Toranaga's vision while waiting for Yabushige to kill himself.
It's just, I love when a show or even a movie can swerve you and just obliterate any of your expectations in the best way possible. Going into a show like this, I thought it was going to be all about violence and war and battle and samurai, this versus that, and them versus these people. And it was
way more beautiful than that.
It was, but it was all strategic. It wasn't actual fighting and bloodshed. Toranaga was literally playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers. Mm-hmm. The fact that Mariko was the Crimson Sky, holy shit.
I know.
Like,
glorious. Like, what a life. Like, what a meaning to the end of your life.
Right? I mean, just the idea that, like,
she won this war. She did it.
Yeah, 100%. And just the idea that all of the deaths that did happen had a major, major impact on the outcome of what Toranaga was trying to accomplish.
Which is no war.
And the fact that you had both armies on the battlefield ready to go, and all it took was a single letter to be like, nope, it's over, you're done. It's not going to happen. So insane and absolutely incredible. It's just, like I just said, when it could shatter an expectation in the best way possible, that's an absolute sign of an incredible show and a flawlessly told story. Because I thought we were going to get legitimate bloodshed in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
I thought a lot of people were going to die. I wasn't sure if Toranaga was going to make it. Obviously, right off the bat, we find out that, John survives. And the title of this episode being called A Dream of a Dream, I think this was all being played through his dream.
Yeah.
I think that's what that symbolism is showing us, is the fact that he's laying in his bed holding the cross somehow. I would imagine it either got the shore brought it onto the ship while he was reconstructing it, or it ended up on shore.
Or it was
the same one. I think it had to have been this. It looked exactly the same. I got to go back
and a cross, definitely. It was just, I don't know.
I don't know why he would be holding not hers so close the way that he was after all these years.
It has a special meaning.
Yeah, I think I'm just, until I'm told otherwise, I'm gonna just believe that
I would
it was
also
hers.
yes, I want it to be hers.
But the way the story was narrated, this is the way I'm interpreting it, is because we saw John, old man John, in his, essentially, I feel like that's gonna be his deathbed. He looked old and he looked like he was ready to go. But I'm assuming that because this title's A Dream of a Dream, this whole story was being played through his dream. He was reliving all of it as he was in that bed. That's kind of the way I'm thinking it, and I think that's incredible. Mm-hmm. I think that's an amazing... I always think it's interesting when you give a big twist away at the very beginning of a finale, but I don't think him surviving mattered in terms of the story of this finale. Mm-mm. Because it was so much bigger than that.
Because there was no actual war.
Yeah. And just the fact that it's so simple as Toranaga thinks he's funny, that he's going to keep him there, and that his destiny is to stay there, and that, once he rebuilds the ship, he's just going to destroy it again because he ain't going nowhere. I mean, that's amazing and hilarious, but I also kind of feel bad for John a little bit.
He's just been a toy this whole time.
Literally. And I mean, that conversation at the end there that Toranaga was having is incredible. And I mean, seeing Fuji again was amazing. Aww. And, John having that moment with her and her being able to have that moment with her late husband and child. Just, this show did the emotion really, really, really well. It was a literal gut punch from the moment this episode started, essentially from the last episode when it ended, when you had the idea that Mariko was going to die. I know there's going to be more shows. So I have a little bit of information that I do have is I know that this first season was the book.
Yeah.
I know that there's plans for more shows or more seasons of this. Mariko was the life and the soul of the show.
She was the star of the show.
She was the show. And I know Toranaga, obviously, he's the one in charge. Everyone is doing things for him. But she is the life of this show. And it's going to be interesting to see what they plan on. Obviously, there's history that they could build from in terms of source material.
Yeah, I need a prequel.
But it's one of those things where I'm wondering how it's going to go, because she, like I just said, she is the show. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's a lot of other elements that play into it. But her soul, her life, her importance to this, I thought lifted it up so much.
It did. I agree 100%.
Once you realized who she was, what her story was, what she was meant to be doing, and how important she was, it changed everything, I feel like. It turned it from what I was expecting to be like a violent samurai style show into a character-driven story, and it was incredible. Every aspect of this show was incredible. The visuals were amazing.
Those are so good.
The music was incredible. all the performances across the board of everyone that was in this show was awesome. And when there was action and violence, that was spectacular too.
But it meant something.
Right. It wasn't just like, oh, hey, here's some gore, here's some violence, just going to do it just to do it.
Yeah.
It all had meaning.
Yes.
And the fact that there wasn't a war at the end is even more meaningful because Toranaga, again, was just so far ahead of everyone in terms of his plan and his strategy that it didn't need to come to that. And words and letters on paper were able to end all of it. My big question at the end of all this is Toranaga Shogun. Is that what we can take away from this?
I think so.
Is everything that, because he's the one deciding it's going to be peace. We're going to be here. This is going to be our home. It's like there's going to be no war. It's going to be peaceful time. Is that him as Shogun making that decision because he doesn't need to consult a council or anybody?
I don't think there's a council anymore.
Right. I feel like all of that was completely removed and he took over.
Yeah, that's what
I feel like
gathered.
that's my interpretation of the situation.
Same.
Which, incredible that after everything that happened to him, and we're just talking about these 10 episodes of his story, like there's so much that has happened to him through his life. It's incredible that he would take it to a peaceful end after all that happened. The betrayal of his brother, the death of his son. I mean, there's so many things on this list where he had, I wouldn't have questioned him if he wanted to go to war and fight.
Right, same. Because it would make sense.
Yeah.
Because look at what Ishido did. And then, so it would make sense to like then have to like come and like take him out.
Yeah, and just his plan and the sacrifices that were made for his plan to fall through the way that it did was just, I mean, it's amazing. And he, like the one thing that he said that's always going to stick with me in terms of his quotes and his lines is when he went to go visit his son's gravesite and he told him and Hiromatsu, and he said, I'm not going to like let this go. I'm not going to let this time and these sacrifices fall short. Like he's going to make it matter. Like him saying that in that moment at the end of that episode where he was talking to them, like that hit hard as a moment of like, okay, he's not going to like let their sacrifice be for nothing. And I mean, he followed through with it and it was incredible. This show was incredible. And again, when an expectation going into something could be completely shattered in the best way possible, that's amazing.
I didn't think I would cry.
The performances were just incredible.
Oh yeah, she was so good. I love Mariko. She's my favorite character, as you know, I'm sure you could tell.
Yeah, I mean, she was amazing. Again, she was the life of the show.
Honestly,
I truly believe that she was the one. I feel like it would be less if it wasn't for her in this involvement in her story. And I mean, obviously, all the stories, all the people from the time and the history and all that stuff that were around and played up to this was, I mean, it was just amazing. And all the performers were incredible.
Yes, great job.
Another showdown.
Yes.
Do you have any other thoughts?
No.
Wow. I mean, I'm just blown away by the story.
Same.
So, and I love a really good story, and this was friggin' epic. So, obviously, you guys all share your thoughts, leave your opinions. What did you think? Did you believe that we were building toward a giant bloody war? And what did you think when your expectations were shifted, or if you had a feeling that it was going to lead to this type of thing? But leave all your thoughts, leave them comments. See you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.